Hi vlog, and welcome back to yet another prep video. We're gonna do something a little bit different for this one. So I'm getting ready to work Sunday, Monday. If you don't already know, I am an ICU nurse, so I work 12-hour shifts in the hospital. Sometimes I do like 3 in a row. Sometimes I have my days like 2 on, maybe a couple off, 2 on, whatever. It just depends. But balancing prep and nursing has definitely been something that I feel like I have kind of mastered. And a lot of people ask me how I do it. I wanted to kind of dedicate this video to like walking you through how I prep for work and then like what I do as my morning routine, like when I'm working, what my day kind of looks like at work, just like letting you guys in to a day in my life as an ICU nurse slash bodybuilder who is literally less than 2 weeks out from her first show, which is crazy. It's definitely not an easy task, but it's super manageable if you are determined enough and if you want something bad enough, you make it happen. So we make it happen. I am just about to start getting all of my like meals together. The first thing that I went ahead and did was prep all of my supplements for the week. So this is my like little supplement pack for meal 1, and then all of my other meals are in these. So I take this to work with me when I'm working, the little individual packs. Oh my God, look at my supplement cabinet though. Like, there's so much shit in there. Anywho, I quite literally have a fridge that is only dedicated for prepping stuff, or like for housing my prepped items. Obviously it's empty right now because I was off yesterday and today, so let me just show you guys the bare bones. This is the bare bones. Y'all already know we have the stock of ghosts. I have some more out in the fridge, and then these are just some extra peppers that I will need to prep. We've got our extra elevates and stuff up here, and then this is the lunchbox that I use for work. It's the Wolf Pack. I don't know, this is not the big lunchbox. This is like their smaller one, but it holds literally all of my meals because I have to pack every single meal when I'm working. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna go ahead and get together, because I still need to go to the store to get a couple things, is I'm going to do my cream of rice meal. And I'm just gonna throw that together really quick, and then we'll go get the rest of the stuff we need so that we can get started and I can show you guys. All right, y'all, back from the grocery store. Everything is put up. I have my cold brew here, and we are about to begin the great expedition that is prepping my food. Luckily, it's only for 2 days, so it takes a little less time, but when I'm prepping for 3 days, I'm not gonna lie, I am in the kitchen for 2 hours. So cue the time lapse of me getting everything cooked and put together. Okay, most of the prep is done. I'm just going to pack up my lunchbox for tomorrow. Like I said, I used the Wolfpack one. I just love it so much. It was expensive. I think this lunchbox cost me like $90, but it's huge and it fits all of my meals, so I justify it. So we've got my cream of rice meal. This is what my creamy meal is, but I just use it with the Greek yogurt and stuff like for work. So it's a yogurt bowl, and then the milk that I normally get in that meal I have as a decaf latte. Anyway, fruit. This is just my serving of fruit for the day. Ghost energy drink in the Bubblicious. This is my second favorite next to the Swede. You guys, I know you see me parade around my cold brew, right? I am a whore for a Ghost energy drink. Specifically, the Swedish Fish is my #1. The Bubblicious is my #2. In prep, I try to keep a limit on my caffeine, and in my head, at least, consuming natural caffeine is better than that of artificial caffeine, don't ask. But when I work, that is like my treat, is a Ghost energy drink. So one of those goes in my lunchbox. Meal 2, my peppers and green beans meal. My post-workout meal, this is chicken and green beans. And then on rest days, I just get 1 rice cake. So that goes in there. But as you can see, everything fits so nicely. We're gonna pop in my little ice pack. And then I also pack with me a little caffeine free. I really like these 7-Up like tropical ones. So a little caffeine free soda to go in here. And then we just gotta pack some utensils. So I bring with me always my cocktail forks that are small and cute. I bring a baby spoon of sorts, and then I bring a silicone spoon for scraping bowls because I'm extra. So that is everything, and then there's just a couple more things I need to prep for tomorrow. Okay, hello, and welcome to my coffee nook. So here, we're extra in this household. We love coffee. We have a Keurig and an espresso. I don't use my Nespresso for my caffeinated bevs. I only use my Nespresso for my decaf bevs because I'm too busy enjoying my cold brews, as y'all know. So, like I was saying, on days that I work, my creamy meal is a yogurt bowl meal instead, which means I have 240 milliliters of almond milk to play with. So, I make a decaf latte with it. So that's what we're here making. I use the Cairo decaf pods. They're like a double espresso decaf pod. I also, oh my God, so glad that didn't break. Anyway, I also love the sweet vanilla decaf pods. These are really good, but I like to save these for like when I'm at home. Let's brew this up. So I like to go ahead and get this ready. And then also we obviously need to get my cold brew ready for in the morning before fasted cardio. Basically, the way that I make this shit work is like as much prep as possible. Everything is prepared, everything is set out. It's very calculated. I make nothing days that I work. Like everything is laid out for me. And that's just what works for me. You just have to find what works for you. Every day that I work, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning to do my things before I go to work. I leave for work at 6 a.m. I get to the parking deck. I eat my meal 1. And then I go walk into work at 6:30, and we do like our pre-work huddle at 6:50, and shift change report is at 7, and then we are on until 7 p.m. So it's a long day, but I love it. I'm actually kind of obsessed with it. I know I'm always talking about like, oh, I can't wait to be off. I like being off because like obviously I get to actually live and like bodybuild, because days that I work, like I can't practice posing. I can't hit a leg day because I need to come home and sleep immediately in order to get enough sleep because I wake up at 3:30. Like I don't get to do fun bodybuilder stuff. All of my meals are pre-prepared. I can't eat anything fresh. It's just stuff like that. So I really value my days off, but don't get it twisted. I love my job. I absolutely love being an ICU nurse. Some days are really, really hard, but the unit has been pretty slow lately. So fingers crossed that these 2 days that I have on coming up, we have some sickies so that I'm busy and my mind is not on the fact that I'm hungry. Anyway, so 12 ounces of cold brew in the cup. I go ahead and I weigh out my creamer and everything in it to just make it nice and easy so that literally in the morning, all I have to do is grab it out of the fridge and drink it. And I know that waking up at 3:30 seems crazy, but my body has actually been waking me up at that time naturally anyway, because my sleep has definitely taken a dip the leaner I get. It's my quiet time before I'm literally on for 12 hours and I have no me time. So I genuinely look forward to my fasted cardio routine every single day. And honestly, I look forward to it more when I work because it's my me time. So you just have to find a routine that like works for you and that you look forward to. And I feel like that's the only way you can make this kind of thing like sustainable. Ooh, that's good. I did the vanilla cream sweet drops in it. So this is going in the fridge. All right, and then we've got our 2 shots of decaf espresso. Again, stevia drops from Trader Joe's. Some toffee drops. I don't know, I kind of just pick a flavor for this little latte and I stick with it. So we're gonna do the coffee. And then obviously gotta weigh our milk out. Bam. And there's our little decaf latte. So I like to drink this at work, like usually between, I don't know, I just pick like between meals to drink it as a fun little beverage, because if you know, you know, you need the fun beverages to get you through the day. And last thing I need to prepare for the morning is my post cardio, like electrolytes, creatine, that sort of thing. I like to just go ahead and fill this up and stick it in the fridge, because like I said, literally every aspect of my days when I work are already planned and prepared. So fill this, and we are going to do a Hydro Pack from Buff Chick. This is the cherry lime. Love this flavor. So we've got our Hydro Pack, my BCAAs and EAAs. These are from Rise. These are nice because it's both BCAAs and EAAs. This is also cherry lime flavored. So this is gonna be yummy. And then last thing that goes in here is just my 5 grams of creatine. This is a constant every single day. Bam. And so I just drink this post fasted cardio. And the only other thing that I will have to do before I go to bed tonight is I will fill up my normal water bottle, my like 40-ounce water bottle, and stick it in the fridge too, just so that I can grab and go in the morning. I'll set out my like underwear and stuff for cardio and then for work. And that's pretty much it. So let me show you what the fridge is looking like. Okay, so it normally looks really, really crazy when I have to work 3 days in a row, but since it's just the 2 days, it doesn't look as crazy. So top shelf, I always have my work meals, and then we've got my coffee bevs, obviously, like I said, my Ghost Ennies, and then these are the meals for my Monday. Like I said, that's just extra stuff. And then down here is where my post-cardio electrolytes are, and then I'll put my other water here. Okay, well, I think we're like pretty ready for work tomorrow. It's 1:30 p.m., so I still have my day, but yeah, I will try to be in bed by 8 or 8:30 tonight, and then we'll wake up at 3:30, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. It is currently 3:43. I just got up about 10 minutes ago. My body woke me up at like 2:40, 2:50. It was like kind of ready to get up, but never fear. We made it to 3:30. I just got downstairs. We're gonna put on our Vasoburn, and then I'm gonna get my cold brew out of the fridge, and we'll just sit and enjoy it. And usually I don't go down to do cardio until like 4:15, 4:20, so I have some time to just kind of like sit and chill before I go do that, which is nice because I greatly appreciate this quiet time in the morning before I work. So I'm gonna put this on. All right, now we just go grab our cold brew out of the fridge real fast. She's ready, she's here. Really, really good. And then I have my fasted supplements right here in this like top one, and I'll take them probably in about 10 minutes just because it's got like my yohenbine in it, and I try to time it better with my fasted cardio. So we're just gonna sit on the couch and sip on this coffee, and like I said, in about 25 minutes we will head down to go do cardio. Today is a rest day, so I don't have moderate intensity cardio, I just have lists. So 40 minutes of incline walk for us today. Okay, you guys, it is now 5:22. List cardio is done. Just got back upstairs to the house. I'm just gonna grab my electrolytes and stuff from the fridge and head upstairs to shower and get ready for work. All right, you guys, we are all ready for work. I've got my scrubs on. It is 5:50, so we're doing really good on time. Let me just grab my lunchbox. All right, lunchbox, decaf coffee, water for this morning, supplements for today are going in the lunchbox. I just go ahead and bring this. This is all my meal one supplements for the week, but since I'm working today and tomorrow, we'll just keep this in the car. And then I put together my little meal one bag for today. Meal is ready to go in here. Supplements. And of course, our lovely little cocktail fork. Okay guys, I think that's everything we need. I've got my work bag over in the corner, so I'm just gonna take this stuff down to the car and we're gonna drive to work. Just came out to load the car up and look at the sunrise. It looks like it's gonna be so pretty today. Okay guys, sorry if the lighting is kind of weird. We're in the parking deck at work. It's 6:10. I really just be like speeding to work. I only live like 12 minutes away and it's a Sunday, so there was like no traffic. But I really do be like speed racing here because I eat my meal one in the parking deck. So let me just show y'all what we have. There is 100 grams of banana in here. This is technically supposed to be with my like creamy meal, aka my yogurt bowl that I eat during work. But my meal one for rest days doesn't have any carbs in it. And my mornings are sometimes very, very busy here. And so I don't always know like when I'm gonna eat next after I get to work. So I need some carbs. So anyway, I put that in my meal one. And then also the main course is 3 eggs that I have soft boiled. And then there is 50 grams of cherry tomatoes, 25 grams of spinach, and 15 grams of goat cheese. So let's have a taste, shall we? We're gonna go in with the egg first. There's just some no salt added seasoning on this and a little bit of pink salt. I was gonna show y'all the yolk, but I didn't break into it yet, so hold please. Not my best work. These are a little overcooked, but whatever. So anyway, I just sit and munch in the car. And then, so it's 6:13 right now. I go into work at 6:30. So I get to just kind of chill in my car. That is my plan. But typically at work, I eat at 9 a.m., 12, 3, and like 5 or 6. Those are my target meal times. So I don't eat again after I get off work. I just get off work, I go home, I shower, I go to bed. And then I wake up and I do it all over again. But like I said, it really just depends on how busy I am, and some days my meal times are royally fucked because there's just too much going on and I can't eat. So it all depends, but if it's a slower day, I stick to those meal times. And I just keep my lunchbox like at my hubby at work, like because we have a computer set up in between our 2 rooms and that's like where I sit. So I just keep my lunchbox there with me so that when I have a second to eat while I'm charting, I will eat while I chart, or I'll like kind of eat in between things, because that's like one thing I always get asked about is like, how do you get your meals in at work? I just make it work. If I am like running to the bathroom in between doing stuff, I will like pop a meal out, take a bite, take it to the bathroom with me. Like that's just the reality of it. I just do it in between things if I'm super busy. So yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna enjoy my meal one. All right, you guys, meal one has been had. I am 80 ounces of water in already. So also when I work, I try to like make sure my water intake is on point, because you know, again, I never know how busy I'm gonna be or how able I'm going to be to get my water in. So we just do what we can to stay prepared. I'm obviously not going to bring my camera to work because duh. So I might film some clips today just like on my phone if I have a second or whatever, just kind of updating you on the day. I will say energy level wise, I tend to kind of crash at work around like 3 or 4 o'clock, which makes sense because at that point I have been up since 3:30. So that's kind of when I start to crash. But if I'm busy, that's the best because I don't think about how hungry I am. I don't think about how tired I am. I just focus on the task at hand. So it's 6:29 right now. Feeling a little sleepy today, but that's okay. We are going to hope actually for a busy day because I'm just here today and tomorrow, and then I'm off for 4 in a row. I'm so excited. So I'll check in with you guys when I can. I'll see you when I see you. Let's get this day 1 of 2 started. All right. Hello, you guys. The time, I don't know if you can tell. It's like 3:30. I'm currently on my lunch break. Sometimes at work, if I'm having a really slow day, which I am today, I will just go walk our lovely like trail that we have out front of the hospital. It's so nice. It's so good to just like get out of the hospital because I get like stir crazy in there all day. So yeah, I'll just eat my lunch like at my little workstation while I'm like listening for my coworker who I'm lunch buddies with. I'll do that, and then on my lunch break, I will just walk and get some fresh air. But like I said, today has been super slow, so I'm on all my meal times. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but during the summertime in the ICU, it's our slow months. So we don't really have a lot of sick patients, so there's just like not a lot to do, which is a bummer because time kind of drags. But like I said, it's 3:30. I get off at like 7:15, so we're nearing the end of the day. I'm hitting that wall. I'm feeling very sleepy, but it's okay. I think when I get back, I have some stuff I can do to occupy my time with my patients, and we'll plan on eating our last meal at like 5:30ish, and then I will literally just go home and shower and go to bed. But the day hasn't been bad. This has been a fine day 1 of 2, and once I'm done with today, I literally just have to get through tomorrow. So I'm just gonna walk for a bit, and then I'll go back, and it'll be like 4 o'clock and basically time to go. So yeah. All right, y'all, it is 6:09. We are closing out the shift. All of my closing duties have been done, and we have our little coffee bar here, and I just brewed up my decaf coffee because, you know, I am going to start unwinding for the day even though I'm still at work. This is my unwind time so that when I get home and I shower, I'm like where I need to be. So just some Splenda in her, and that is it. Hi vlog, coming at you from the other side. It is currently 7:30, so I just got done with shift change, report, all that. So this is pretty typical of like when I get to the car. I'm probably gonna get home around like 7:45. I feel sleepy for sure, but you know, it's just the name of the game. Like I said in my little update, like at lunch and stuff, my day was fine. It wasn't too busy. It was honestly a little too slow for my liking, but like I was saying, like we are just in our slow season. This is so abnormal to like have so much downtime during work, but I'm just like trying to kind of embrace it because I'm like, I don't know, my brain function is not what it would typically be, so I guess I'm glad I don't have some really sick patients right now, but it definitely makes the day drag a little bit, that's for sure. So I'm gonna go home and I'll kind of show you guys my routine when I get home. It's the same every single time, and then we'll shower and go to bed. See you guys at home. Okay, I just made it home. So basically the routine when I get home, I take my lunchbox, I empty out all of my containers, right? I empty out my meal 1 containers for my car, stick all of that shit in the dishwasher because I'm not doing anything with it right now. I pack my meals for the next day, get my electrolyte drink ready for after cardio, get my water ready for meal 1, get my cold brew ready, and get my decaf coffee ready, which you saw all of that last night. So I do all that while I'm downstairs, set out my supplements for tomorrow, and then I book it upstairs and I shower and I go to bed. It's 7:48 and yeah, I should be asleep by 8:30, which is perfect. So see y'all in the morning for yet another pre-fasted cardio routine. Sleep tight. Well, good morning vlog. Welcome to day 2. I just got downstairs. It's 3:40 in the morning. I actually slept pretty good last night. I slept from like 8:30ish to like 3:20, so it's not terrible, but brushed our teeth, threw on the same cardio fit because I rewear it. And this morning we have 40 minutes of moderate intensity cardio on the elliptical, and then I'm also going to go ahead and hit my delt day. Yes, I'm hitting it fasted. I do not presently need to grow my shoulders. I can't afford to do 2 rest days in a row, so I hit my delt day. And it takes me like maybe 30 minutes tops. So we're hitting it before work because used to, I like at the start of prep, I would hit it after work and it was fine. Now even just doing that after work is torture chamber level. So I'm doing it before. It'll be quick and easy, no big deal. It's just delts and some abs, but routine. We're gonna put our vasoburn on. And in case you were wondering, yes, weight is up. Weight is up a pound from my low, but I can tell my legs are just really inflamed. So, and like digestion's not as good as it typically would be if I were off work. So it's fine because having 4 days off in a row, I know my Friday check-ins are gonna be good. I'm not stressed. All right, Vasoburn is on. We've got our cold brew here. I've got my morning supplements that I take fasted. These include like my cardio supplements, so we're gonna pop those. We're gonna sit and sip on our cold brew. It's 3:45, so honestly, I'm just gonna like drink it kind of quicker since I want to get my cardio and my adult day done this morning. So we're not gonna lollygag as much as we typically do, but I will probably see you guys after I finish all that. Happy Monday. Okay, vlog. The time is 6:04. I'm only slightly behind schedule this morning. Normally, I like to leave the house at like 6. We're just a couple minutes behind, which is why I am only pulling you out right now because I had to get myself put together really fast, get all my shit ready for work really quickly so that I could leave. But of course, work bag is packed. I've got, I don't know if y'all can see, but we've got meal 1 sitting over there. And yeah, so my delt day this morning, listen, she was giving 20-minute upper pump, like, which is fine. I am not needing to grow my upper body right now. We're just needing to maintain, so like it's literally not a big deal, but I had to rush through that shit. And my heart rate was still like in the 140s because I hopped off the elliptical and I was like, okay, we need to get to it. It's fine. I would rather knock it out before work because I have the most energy in the morning. And like I said, I do indeed hit a wall at like 3 and 4 p.m. And so by the time I get home at like 7:45, I do indeed feel like a zombie. And every day that I work, that exhaustion just builds. So I would just rather do it before work. And no, it is not optimal to be training, obviously, after cardio with no food in my system. But like I said, it's an upper body day. It is not a leg day. And as a wellness competitor, I don't want to say that upper doesn't matter. Upper does matter. But for me right now, where I'm at, it is not as big a deal. So it's about making things work and whatever. Sometimes we need to do things that are so incredibly suboptimal, but it's fine. So basically now I speed my way to work so that I can enjoy my meal because at this point, it's been about 13 hours since I've eaten. So a bitch is hungry. I'll see y'all in the parking deck. Okay guys, we are in the parking deck at work. It is 6:16. You definitely can't see that, but whatever. Time to show you guys what we're eating for meal 1. Sorry about the weird lighting because obviously we're in the car and it's like not quite bright outside. Okay. So 1 slice of Ezekiel bread with 15 grams of goat cheese and then 50 grams of blueberries. So half of the blueberries I cooked down and mixed my goat cheese with, spread that on top, did the other half of the blueberries as like a fresh topping, and then 5 grams of Manuka honey. And then in here, I'm not gonna open it up for you guys, but I've got my 3 soft-boiled eggs and then just 25 grams of spinach and 50 grams of cherry tomatoes. Y'all already know, little cocktail fork. I'm gonna eat this and then we are gonna go get this shift 2 out of 2 done. Really hoping today is a little more stimulating than yesterday because I'm trying to get this shit done so I can have my 4 days off. Oh, I'm so excited. We have check-ins in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling super hopeful for them because I don't know, I'm feeling like probably holding on to some inflammation, but Friday check-ins I think are gonna look really good because I'll have been off. So anyway, maybe we'll talk at some point during the shift and maybe we won't. And I'll probably kind of be a zombie at the end of the day, but it is what it is. So talk to y'all later. Hi vlog. It's literally 9:09. Oh, I'm fighting for my life. I am so sleepy. I am like, oh my God. I'm this close to cracking my ghost and I usually wait, I always wait until at least noon to crack it. But I'm like, oh my God. But if I have it now, I'll have nothing for the rest of the day to get me through. So we're just gonna need to suck it up and get ourselves busy and then we can enjoy it at noon. I'm just popping in to show you guys that it is caffeine o'clock. and we're feeling so happy about it. This is my number 2 ghost, my favorite. But yeah, this is gonna get us through till lunch, hopefully. Hi besties, it is lunch break walk time. It's been another slow day, so yes, I ate my lunch at my desk and I'm waltzing, and it's pretty hot out, but you know what? Don't care, I needed to get out of that building. It's 3:48 right now, so we just have like 3 hours left. We can make it through. I was struggling earlier, as you saw, but I feel a little more alive. I'm actually not having my like 3 and 4 o'clock crash as bad, so that's good. But anyway, so I'm just gonna get my steps, yap to Miss India, my bestie India. If y'all know, y'all know. I'm just gonna yap with her while I walk, and then my lunch break is over in like 15 minutes, so I'll head back up and we will close out this day. But it's like that point of the workday where when I'm gonna be off for a couple days, I'm like, I'm so excited for tomorrow morning. I'm like, can I fast forward to tomorrow morning already? When I'm off, I have my cold brew. I get to sit and have my quiet time. I'm gonna finish editing a vlog, and I'm gonna go do fasted cardio. I have check-ins in the morning. Like, I feel like I have so much to be excited about tomorrow. And then I'm off the rest of the week. So anyway, I'll chat with y'all when I get off, I guess. Let's just fast forward this like 3 hours. Hello, you guys. Coming to you from the other side of shift 2. The present time is 7:30, if you could see that. And I'm feeling very sleepy. It always really hits me like as I'm walking to my car where I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. I had my decaf coffee around 6 o'clock and that was delicious. And then, yeah, shift change and booked it out of there. So I'm so excited to have 4 days off. And then literally I go back for a stretch of 2 again, and then I'm off for my show, which is crazy. So that's fun and exciting. One thing though, so I will be switching, unfortunately, to full-time nights literally right after my first show. Like, my next shift after that show is on night shift. So between that show and my next show, I will be on nights, and I'm on nights permanently after this, actually, because at my facility, so I'm a new grad, I started in February, but when we come off orientation, we are on day shift for the first like 6-week period, and then after that we flip to full-time nights, because here you're only hired on ICU as a new grad on nights. That's just like how it works, because it's less desirable. So I will be a night shift girly, which is fine. Honestly, I really liked my night shift routine. I found that it was easier to get my lifts and everything in on night shift, which sounds strange and counterintuitive, but it was for me. And I'm not somebody who struggles with like falling asleep. I mean, at this point in prep, I've struggled with staying asleep in the morning. I just wake up dumb early, but it's not a problem when I work because I need to wake up dumb early. So all that to say, I just find routines that work for me, and that's how I make this shit work. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it probably wasn't like super jam-packed, but I thought it would be a good way to give you like a realistic idea of just how I move through my day-to-day in prep, also working as a bedside ICU nurse. Like I said, it's our slow season. Typically, if I had more critical patients, I would have a lot less downtime, a lot less time to get my meals in. It would just kind of be like a fit it in where I can, but I'm blessed enough that it has been slow that I've been able to stick to meal times just fine. So that has been really good. Hope y'all liked it. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. They're both at Emily Lifts with 2 Y's. If you want to see more of me on a day-to-day basis, I will state that I do tend to go ghost when I work, because like as you can see, the entire day is filled up. I wake up, I do cardio, I come to work, I go home, I go to bed. I wake up, I do cardio, I come to work, I go home, I go to bed. Like, it's Groundhog Day for 3 days in a row if I'm working a 3, and then my first day off, I mean, is fine, and you know, I get back to it, but obviously I'm tired, which I'm always tired, but you know. So anyway, follow me there if you want to see my day-to-day. Subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions about nursing and bodybuilding, please leave them down below. I will totally give you my thoughts and opinions and my personal experience with things. Love you guys so much, and we'll talk in the next one. Bye!